talking about what we would do if we weren't what we were doing right now in our career.
I think one of the things I'd love to do is own an American Girl store, because I see so many girls go in there with dreams and just exit with realities.
I've always thought it'd be cool to start a clothing line that is just skin. I realized that you all wear clothes. That's fine.
What organic farming did for the American food industry, I want to bring to the Filipino sex trade.
I have a dream to someday start my own circus.
Women are very beautiful when they're teenagers. That said, I really think that, and if you don't agree with me, then you're lying.
I would love to train mentally handicapped children in the art of circosity.
It sounds dirty, but that's the point. It's dirty and it's wrong, and these women are being abused.
So I would love to begin my own institute of mentally handicapped clowns.
You put a compound of some kind, you get these women there, this compound is for these women, you make sure that they're healthy,
and someday I think that we as a society will be able to laugh at these people with impunity, and they won't have to feel ashamed. They will be artists, they will be statues of retarded gold.
And you treat them well, and you care about them, and the sex is better.
But I always wanted to be a train conductor. Always.
Actually working on a Broadway musical of Dharma and Greg.
I've always wanted to be a treasure hunter, like Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones got all the ladies.
I really want to be the guy that gets to feed the penguins at the zoo.
I've been thinking about breeding horses. I want to be the first guy to find a dragon, like find the buried treasure out of the ship, because, you know, they always have treasure on them. But, you know, I'd like to have a tiger, and I'd like to be the guy that can harness that and make them tame.
If I ever had to quit my incredibly successful blog for some reason, I guess I would probably want to coach Little League Baseball.
Who doesn't want to play for the NBA?
Want to become an Olympian, probably in gymnastics. I feel like that's something I'm acclimated well to. I'm incredibly athletic, and did I ever tell you the story of when I ran with a horse?
Be a teacher.
I'd like to be a health inspector.
I'd like to join the Peace Corps and go to Africa, particularly.
I would love to be a lawyer. My mother's a lawyer, my father's a lawyer. And the courtroom is really the great American stage. I'm Jewish, so, you know, it makes sense.
I think I'd like to be a rehab counselor.
I've always wanted to be a meter maid. Or a maid.
If I could choose anything, it would be a commercial airplane pilot, because I've always wanted to be part of the Mile High Club.
And if I could be a naked skydiving instructor, in the sky, completely naked, helicopter, swinging.
I've always had this like huge dream of being the mayor of a city, because I would use that bill that they passed a little while ago to change the name of my city to Pound Town.
To own a diner of some sort, you know, and my friend were immature, but I just think it's fun, you know, call it the vagina diner, you know, the vagina diner.
I thought it'd be really cool if I wasn't a crime fighter, but a trouble stopper. So, you know, I don't know if you guys in your society have like a group of people or organized groups of people that like stop bad things from happening.
I want to be one of those guys and be like sponsored by Red Bull or something, and just fucking like flying squirrel around, you know?
I want to be Jim Morrison.
I'd love to be a judge for a show like Cake Boss, because I love cake.
I want to be Jesus.
Maybe start a foundation, just a foundation for broken hearts.
I would like to be Allah. Allah.
I think it'd be such an amazing experience to be a Lamaze coach.
I feel that's sort of my responsibility to maybe be able to train specific people in being a little more beautiful. Adding more hair to their body in places where maybe people don't have a lot of hair. Big sections of your back, backs of your knees.
There's just no words for childbirth.
I would really like to start a charity group that promotes the awareness of controlling the pet population, having all cats and dogs spayed and neutered, following the footsteps of the great Bob Barker.